Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Simon from Constant Collectible, joined with
Liam.
and today we're doing something a little different. We're going to do a little unboxing of something that we're going to start new here soon. So let's check it out.
Hey guys, welcome back to Constant Collectibles. As you might have heard in the intro, we're gonna get into a new hobby and you'll see later in the video.
Yep, new hobby. So what we got going on? Let's check it out. All right. So what are we going to look at first?
Filament.
Filament for what? What do you mean filament?
For a
Is this
3D
the guy's name?
For a 3D printer.
3D printer. That's right.
Okay, so the first filament I grabbed it's from Elegoo and it's a pink.
Okay, so it's a matte pink that we picked up. So then, of course, if we have filament, that means we also may have a 3D printer, which we're also going to unbox and have a look at.
This is the color, as you can.
Yep. So it's a matte pink from Elegoo. And we have some ideas for what we want to do with this one. Okay. And then what else did we pick up? We picked up 3 different colors to begin with.
Yes.
Yes. And so these came the other day. So as you can see, there's our 3D printer filament. Okay. And it doesn't even say on the box. Oh, there it is. And I don't have my glasses. So this is PLA matte 3D filament Sakura Pink. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so next is from Sunlu, and it's a really nice green.
Okay, Sunlu. So, and then that's our green, and then it says on the sticker, what actual green is that?
Olive green.
Olive green. All right, so that's our other color, which I think these are some I'm going to use this to build some accessories for our 3D printer.
The next one is like a 2-pack. As you can see, it's bigger than the other boxes.
Yep. And who made this one?
The brand it's the brand of the 3D printer.
So Flashforge.
So Flashforge.
So this is a 2-pack that we were pick up. All of these you can get on Amazon, even our 3D printer. And
I'll put a link in the description.
Yes, we will. All right.
And then they're both the same color.
Yep. So we went with a black.
And it's just called black.
Okay. And then we bought the recycled carts or the spools that it's on. So that's our filament. But let's have a look at the actual Flashforge. All right. So we picked up a Flashforge. Which one?
Adventure 5M, not the Pro.
That's right. Not the Pro. Because here's why. With the Pro, it costs, what was it, like $200 more. Okay, sorry, we're just closing our thing.
Just for like in cases stuff.
Yep. So, but with the regular one, you can actually 3D print and buy a kit that actually you end up saving $100. So that's the direction that we're going to go. Because by the time we buy the kit and the acrylic and then also purchase the camera that goes in, because we'll do some time-lapse photography in the actual machine, you end up saving $100. And the fact that we can print our own encasing for it, I think, is a pretty cool idea. And it also helps us continue to learn how to use the 3D printer. So that's our Flashforge. We're going to break it out of the box, so watch this. I can edit it. All right, so we're gonna bust it open. Here's the thing. It got delivered the other day.
And it was supposed to be delivered today.
Yes, but the sad thing is the delivery guy delivered it upside down. So I don't know if that's gonna cause a bit of a problem, but we'll see. And man, sorry, I should have moved the camera up. I didn't. But what we did do is, now that that's open, Liam and I yesterday built a table for it and painted it. We used some old stool legs and then built a base, a tabletop for it. So I'm going to put this down, bring it out of the box, but it is, watch your face.
Giant.
It is pretty decent size. It's packed in there quite nicely. So let's check it out. All right, so we removed it from the box, and in all four corners of the box, it is packed nicely with this this foam material, which actually we might be able to use for some other things on the side. It has 4 of those. It is here up on our table.
It is backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards.
This is the back of the printer.
So we've got sales service, we've got quick start guide. We'll take a look at those. And if I scoot over and turn it around, there's the front. Actually, why do it hard when you got limited stuff right here? All right. Sorry about the noise. It's all the plastic. All right. So.
Well, it uses.
Yep. Hold on. Gives us a little spool. Maybe that's where we can do our bleachy.
Oh yeah.
And you pull that out. Okay. So.
We're just gonna put this to the side for
Yep.
now.
All right. So, as Liam pointed out, it does come with a little bit of filament.
Which is like.
What color is that?
Burnt titanium, and
Ooh.
it's kind of like shiny.
Yeah, it
Can you see
is.
in the
You
camera?
can't really see in the camera, but it's almost like a bluish purple, and it's got some shine to it. So,
Yeah, you can kind of see it in the camera.
yeah. All right.
Barely though.
So we've got more styrofoam.
There's a lot of styrofoam just to make sure it doesn't break. And as you can see up here, I don't know if you can read it, but it says Adventure 5M, which is the printer we have.
Yeah, that's the printer
And
we
then
purchased.
here's a nice build plate.
Hold on, let's see. How do we? There's still some stuff at the top. There's the power cord.
Power cord to plug it in.
Yep, there is our digital display.
Which we will open later in the video.
And
It's almost like this needs to be pushed down.
yeah, I'm just gonna... There we go. It's cool. It's packed quite nicely, to be honest with you. And this is our first 3D printer.
Yes.
We are looking to create this as a hobby, maybe create and sell some things, maybe in our Macari store, or maybe depending on how things go with eBay. And also really what we want to do is create gifts for friends and family.
Yes.
So, and then there's one more piece of styrofoam. And what's cool about this is that the build plate is magnetic.
And it's also removable, and you can do it's one of the curved build plates,
Yeah.
which is makes it kind of easier to get your prints off.
So what? Wow, that's really strong magnetically. And we've watched videos. We've looked at different options out there. We went with the Flashforge, just price-wise, but also for what it does. We're just starting out. We want to learn. If I remember correctly, it has a self-leveling aspect to it, so it will level out your print table. We are going to be learning how to use Orca as our slicer, and we have a couple of things that we've already picked up that we want to 3D print, but we needed to get it, unbox it. We're going to set it up in our little room that we have off to the side. That's why we purchased our table. And what else?
And who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe today we'll do the bleachy.
So, yep, and a bleachy is a tiny little boat that it comes with the information,
file?
the STL file, in order for you to test your 3D printer. And we may actually do one for each color, but man, this color,
The titanium blue.
yeah, it is a titanium blue. It's a little darker than my shirt, and it has like a metallic sheen to it. It's really pretty. What's in here? So, it gives us, I didn't even know this, but it does give us a toolkit. It has our cutters, it has a little screwdriver, it has some glue that you can actually put on the build plate, which many people say just don't do. It's fine because of the way the build plates are set up. And we're going to put this in the room, put it together, and hopefully get ourselves a 3D printer going on. But we still need to download Orca, which is a free slicer program that is out there that actually incorporates a lot of different slicers all in one, and it's open source, which is nice because then when people find some new things for it, they can just upload it and add it to it. So that is our Flashforge Adventurer 5M, and stay tuned for us doing some builds and seeing some videos. So I can't wait. Okay, what else?
Okay, so
Where are you going?
this thing right here, it's kind of like a really hot glue gun where you put in the...
You have to probably speak a little louder.
Okay, so this thing right here acts as like a really advanced hot glue gun. You put the filament in it, and then it kind of like melts it down. And then what the slicer does is it does each different level, so then it knows how to go. It knows like how to do and build it up.
Yeah, because the STL file is just a digital file of a 3D image. When you put it in the slicer, what it does is it cuts that, from what I understand, it cuts the 3D image into slices. And then with the extruder, what it does is it melts the PLA, okay, into that slice, and then it does another one and another one and another one, and it builds that 3D image up into your little whatever you've created. So yep, so you can see here too, like it already has the holes and the rivets, so then that's where we would 3D print some things, because on the sides, on the front, you create a door, you create an insulation basically, because what happens is with other filaments, there is a heat sensor because certain plastics melt at a certain temperature, and so when you do that, what it does is it helps melt that material down. At least this is what we're understanding, and it's kind of the basic information for it. So but our goal is to get this up and running, and I can't wait to have fun with it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a satisfying peel. That was very satisfying.
All right, so now it's out of the box, and sorry for the shaky cam. We've been updating some things, but now that it's out of the box, we have it in our storage room / workshop, and let's show you what we got going on so far. So as you can see, it's preheating. It's trying to get right here. There's the temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius, actually, sorry. So we have 6 minutes remaining. I think this is a 6-minute print. We are at 0% right now, and it is getting ready to get started. And then as you can see here, there's temperature. Those are some files, I believe, and we're just learning how to operate this thing. So it looks like it is getting ready, and it is raising up, and we'll see what happens. So when it starts printing, I'll hit record. All right, so it ran into a little bit of a problem on the self-leveling. No trigger on probe. Please check level sensor. However, it is extruding some plastic, and I'm wondering if we goofed on a step, so we need to check some stuff. All right, there we go. We goofed.
Yep.
And now it's going to do its leveling. And then you can see, if I move the light closer, you can see the extruder at the very back, and it's got some filament that is inside cleaning. So now we're leveling.
And it's giving us some poop.
And so there we go. Okay, so it looks like we fixed the issue. It is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it's going through its process. What we're going to do next is, once this does this, we are going to add some filament and do our first print. Okay, so it's done its calibration, and now what it wants is it wants us to give it some filament. So I'm going to head over there, and we're going to put in the black filament to do a test print. Okay, so I've loaded the filament on the back. Goes all the way through here and into there, and it is preheating, and I believe I've done it correctly. What I had to do was I needed to cut the bend, because there's a bend where they've looped it into the cardboard. I've placed it this way up through there and into insert filament into the feeding And then hopefully I just didn't hit cancel. Whoops. Heat completed, and it is loading. And let's see what happens. Okay, so it's been sitting on the cube file for a while, so it went on to Reddit, and Reddit basically says that there's a lot of people who have had the same problem. So what they did was they canceled the print and then reset and started the printer over, and we shouldn't have any problems. So that's what we're going to try. All right, so I've canceled the print. I turned off the machine. It's initializing. As I love that sound. And we'll get it set up again, and hopefully this time it will work. We'll see what happens. All right, the file I chose is I'm going to go with the boat, which is called a bleachy. We're doing it in the black. It is getting ready to do its leveling, and we'll see what happens. This is so awesome. So it's going to level it. It's getting ready, as you can see. And then it's at its percentage. It's starting to warm up the nozzle to melt the filament, and here we go. All right, so it's calibrating. I'm back at my desk, and I am going to start downloading Orca Slicer for Mac, because that's what we operate in this house. So that'll download, and that's the slicing program that we were telling you, that it takes that STL file and turns it into a G file, I think it's called. And so we'll download that, so then that way we can start putting in our objects. All right, so I just learned something. If you go to Orca Slicer and you want the Mac version, unfortunately they've goofed, and underneath the Linux it's the Mac, and underneath the Mac it's the Linux version. So just a bit of heads up. All right, so it's currently leveling the plate, which I think is awesome. And the file is ready, as it says, and once it does this, it should kick off. It's gonna go, it's got certain points that it will hit in order to make sure that all aspects are level. And so it's kind of neat because it's just back and forth, back and forth. You can see how it rotates around, and hopefully it'll get going soon. Oh my gosh, look at the speed. So we're gonna do top view. That thing is like going like crazy.
Uh-oh.
I'm wondering if our table is even sturdy enough. But it is doing the boat. Okay, it's starting to take shape. Right on top. So you can see how it is filling in. Let's see if we can see that. It's going so fast. Hopefully the noise will cut down in my editing, but there we go. It's starting to take shape. This thing is awesome. Looking at the lines from here, you can kind of see them vaguely, but man, I think it looks awesome. So we'll keep letting it do what it's doing. All right, it's almost done. We're at 97%, and that thing is a cool little thing. It looks like Steamboat Willie. All right, so our recording is our printing is done, and we decided that we were going to go with the black bleachy boat, and it kind of reminds me of Steamboat Willie's boat. It actually is really cool and very sturdy. Right now we're doing another file, which is, we're still using the black. We're just kind of testing things out, but we're going to do an ice cream cone, and it's going to be in all black. And as Liam points out, he's like, hey, don't they have ice cream for Stranger Things that is black? Did not know this. But yeah, so that's what we printed. We have more going on in there. I think I'm very pleased the way this looks. The lines aren't too bad, actually, and I know we can adjust and get a different nozzle. Right now we're on a 0.4. We can get a point or a 2.5. A smaller nozzle, maybe some smaller lines in Orca Slicer. I'm sure we can play with this, some more stuff with the files itself. But that is our new Flashforge 3M Adventurer, or no, 5M Adventurer 3D printer. So stay tuned for more prints, In the meantime, thanks for watching, and check out some more later. All right.
So that was the end of our video about our new 3D printer, and
There.
hope you guys want to see more of this kind of stuff.
That's right. I hope you do. I'm Simon.
I'm Leon.
And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And in the meantime, don't forget to like, share, and
Subscribe
to All Things Constant Collectible. We'll see you next time.